Well, hey, folks, guess what? It's Fist-25 and 3.24 is live, and there's a brand new ship out there, the Aegis Sabre Peregrine, or something related to a falcon. It's a racing ship, and it's really expensive for a racing ship, like $170 expensive, and it doesn't have any weapons. So, pure racing ship. And I'm pretty sure I just wasted my money buying it, and that is all for an LTI experiment because I'm not super excited about it, but I want to show it to you guys. And so let's go on down to the hangar and check out the Aegis Sabre Peregrine. Peregrine? Something like that. All right, folks. Well, normally I would be doing some kind of a VoIP here, but for some reason VoIP stopped working, even though my camera and everything's still on. So let's take a look at the Peregrine. I love saying it wrong. The Peregrine, the Sabre Peregrine, the racing ship, the racing variant, I should say, of the Sabre series here. Brand new ship, just dropped about 30 minutes ago or so. And interesting ship. It's got no guns. It's got a lot of Sabre Firebird, Sabre Raven kind of flavor to it here. Very flat, very sleek. Yeah, but I'm seeing it for the first time, the same as you are. So here is the ladder. Looks like we have pilot canopy and just ladder. So let me back off of that. You can see if this has any kind of a gold standard pass, I suppose. I'm not seeing any. Oh, I see an open door. So I guess this would be weapon rack, I'm guessing. I don't know for sure. Maybe it's a component access. I don't know what goes in here, because I certainly can't place my gun in there. Oh, I can place my rifle in there though. So that's for a rifle slot. Pretty cool. Okay, the good old trusty C54. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. I like that the button is visible and you can see it and it's a different color. Moving around the side here, there's a lot of jumpiness. Of course, this pack's just launched. Server's probably fairly new. And my shaders and all that stuff. Looking at the back, very Raven and Firebird like. I'm excited to see how fast this thing actually is. It says mind your head. Okay, it looks like like a fuel port one day when we actually have fuel, I suppose, or an electric charging port. I don't know, something like that. But symmetrical ship, tricycle landing gear configuration. I don't see any buttons over here on this side necessarily. My map is kind of going weird. Our mini map that sometimes works. And over here I see maybe a storage. Yep, open storage. Okay. All right, looks like 650,000 micro SCU in the storage for this ship. And that may be it until I can possibly get on top of the ship to access components where they probably are. I don't think I'm going to make a jump up there. Maybe we'll check out an EVA and check out the top of the ship. But right now, let's hop up into the cockpit of the Peregrine. Oh, look! Someone else's sound's still in my hangar. I thought that was fixed in PTU. Obviously it wasn't. It is still a persistent problem and it is super annoying. Anyway, as I talk over this extremely loud sound, let's take a look at the glass. A ton of glass in the cockpit and the canopy area. Very cool. Go ahead and fire the ship up. Sounds pretty good. External view. God, why is the sound still going? This is super annoying. I hope we don't have to deal with this for 6 months. Okay, back to normal sound. We have a self-destruct button on the right. Open pilot canopy. Enable coupled flight. Cruise control. A button that's not labeled. Proximity flight assist. G-safe limiter. We have a lot of buttons that are lit up that don't do anything. Spool quantum drive. Weapons off. Engine on. Power off. So pretty much gold star paths over here. Any buttons on the top? Nope, so that's it. 4 multi-function displays over here. We can still open our ladder from the left side. And we have an ejection. So a racing ship with an ejection seat. The initial stealth on this ship, because it does have stealth components, 5,821 IR, 6798 cross-section. 5,300-ish EM, and that's going down. That'll change. We will go over the stats of this ship as towards the later half of the video. Hopefully it's not too long. I'll go ahead and lift up. It lifted up really even, which is rare for a ship in Star Citizen, to be quite honest. Go ahead and cycle the gear. Gear is cycled. There's I don't need to show you missiles because there's no weapons in this ship. It does have jump capability though. So we're gonna see how fast it is, I suppose. Let me go ahead and open the hangar. If that button still works. Oh, I joined the gateway queue. Your place 1. Max estimated wait time 100.00000 seconds. And that's because these hangars are basically elevators and it has to move to a place where I can launch from. So interesting. And now it looks like it's starting to possibly open. Maybe it's because I have an extra large hangar. There's a bunch of ships launching from an extra large hangar. I don't know. Well, is it starting to open? I can't tell. I do want to see if we can fit the ship to the side in our hangar. Looks like we can. But if you kind of want to store this ship to the side, you have like a really large hangar, it'll definitely fit in there. So you can call it back up at some point. Well, we see the daytime of Orison out here. And we'll just go ahead, make our way out as we see Connie or something over there. And we'll go ahead and do a zoom out. We'll see what the ship looks like in Orison's atmosphere, I guess, with the pinks. It looks, that's pretty dark right now. It looks pretty good. I like that kind of bird-like shape, the V shape with missing. It looks like it's kind of missing some pieces in the back. It's definitely distinct from something like a Firebird or the Raven, but it's very much like those qualities. The SCM speed in Orison, it's under its normal. It's a 244. Let's give it some boost. Let's take a look at the boost. Not that impressive. Looks like we can get to 381. We'll switch over to nav mode. And we're at 82K. Let's see what it can do. Just kind of leaving atmosphere here. No boost. It's slowly climbing. 290, 291, 292. It doesn't feel that fast, to be quite honest with you. Give it some boost. That felt good. I don't see a lot of the afterburner, so, but it's slowing down in the 400s. I've already looked at some of the comparison stats. It's definitely not the fastest ship out there, but we're able to quantum at this point. Can we get up to Seraphim Station? I guess I need to look at the map. hopefully blockade runner is not going on, and because we're not gonna be able to fight back. Probably outrun them though. All right, let's get some quantum going. It does have a stealth quantum drive, I believe. So we'll throw it into flight mode. And let's actually look at the acceleration in space, going up to max acceleration really fast. I'm already breathing hard with G's. It looks like our max speed, 1,449, probably four. It says 1448. It's probably something like 1450. Let's see if I can black out by. Let's see its turnaround speed too. Breathing hard. That's 16 G's. Starting to white out a little bit. But the TBI is coming back. Not too bad. G-Safe is turned on. So our vision is slowly coming back as our G's come down. We'll go into SCM mode. And we'll pull a full 180 turn here. G's got up to about 16.9. Looks like our SCM speed here in space, 267. Full boost, really fast into boost. 653 for the SCM speed. Let's take just an overall look at the ship now that we have some light on it. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. It does come with some paints by default. I bought it with Concierge, so I think this is the Starlight paint. But when we do the loadout section, which won't take long, we'll go over. I'll bring up some pictures of the other paints. Okay. As we're flying around, it's not like we're gonna go dogfighting here because there's no weapons on the ship. Let's just let's use Seraphim as a point of reference. There's the boost. I do like the effect. You see the flame effect kicking on and off. That's pretty cool. All right, cruise control on. Here's Seraphim as a point of reference. Let's give a full pitch. That's pretty good. Pretty darn fast. Let's give a full yaw. Yaw is also good. And let's check the roll. The roll feels okay. It's definitely responsive. It's not as snappy as I would expect it to be. I don't know. I kind of want to take it racing, but I kind of don't want to go all the way back to Lordville and do that. So I guess it kind of is what it is at this point. But let's just go through Seraphim here at SCM speed at least to start. We'll check it out. Okay. Moves pretty well through the rings. I should have gone down there. The boost is pretty nice on this ship. I mean, flight quality should be really good, right? Because that's all it really has. That's pretty nice for turning. Just kind of coming through. I like ships that have a flat profile. Let me throw up the boost so it recharges faster. Going along the interior of Seraphim here. Oh, and boom. Okay, well, that happened. I couldn't decide which way I wanted to go. But the ship blows up pretty nice as well. And we're going to be back on Orson. So I think this is a good cue and segue for me to... Oh, gosh. Medical gown time. This is a good segue for me to actually... I think I'm going to go and claim the ship and I'll meet you back at the ASOP, and we'll see how long it takes to claim the ship, because I don't think those numbers are in just yet. Okay, folks, so here we are back at the ASOP terminal in my hangar. We're gonna claim the ship. 7 minutes and 33 seconds for a full claim time.
Your insurance claim has been
The expedited time is 3 minutes and 21 seconds. So I guess I'm hanging out for 3 minutes and 21 seconds, and then I will call the ship and go from there. They'll see you in just a sec. All right, so now we're gonna take a quick look at liveries for the Peregrine. Interesting look here. This is the, I guess, the default Starlight livery that is on this ship. Looks like I can get a bunch of the other liveries. Suspicious Red we can get in here with like the Saber Raven and the Firebird. The Ash Cloud livery is available for this ship as well. A Firebreak livery, I think that's pretty cool looking. I like the reds and the blacks. The Harvest livery, some orange and some blacks in here. The Landslide livery, which is, oh, that's interesting. Like some cross hatching on the ship. The Polar camo, of course, for the Saber series. Of the Starlight, which we had. The Stormbringer livery, which is the blue and the dark grays, and the Windbreak livery, which is kind of like greens and some blacks in there. And then, of course, the default livery, just basically a white ship, which is what we're gonna keep. For the systems, comes with 2 bracer coolers, which are military grade C's, 2 charger power plants, military grade D's, a drift stealth quantum drive, which is grade C, and stealth shields, the shimmers, which who cares? All the shields are the same hit points in this pack and the last one, grade C stealth. I guess we could throw a little United Planets of Earth flag on there and save that change. You know, just for S's and giggles, I'll probably throw a Voyage drive in there because I don't want to stop for gas. All right, time to call up the ship and see how that goes.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
We're gonna deliver. No, I picked the wrong ship. Saber Peregrine. That's what I meant. And we'll watch the doors close. This takes a little bit of time for the extra large hangar. It is cool. I mean, this whole concept of persistent hangars, I do like it. I think it's needed. I hated the days where we got kicked out of hangars. I think it was weird, but I understood it, and I like that we have a persistent space now. I've only put one thing down, and that is my fish tank here. So, pretty interesting. Not in love with the current state of the hangars, of course. I do love the AeroView hangars, which is why I either choose Microtech or Orison here. I like the concept of the freight elevators in this patch as well. There's a little Peregrine bouncing around down there. I feel bad for whoever is in a hangar next to me and has to hear my hangar as I'm pulling ships up. Okay. Yeah, you can't cross that line. You don't want to do it when it's not close to being fully up. All right, let's see the ship in its base colors here. It's got some green. Jawa's gonna love that. And it's like Jawa green too. Interesting with this color scheme. It's kind of racy. I like it. I like it. All right, let's get in it, and I think I am going to take it for a little race, but not where you're thinking. So stand by. All right, folks, so we are here at Beautiful Glen Station, where the B team normally does its racing, and yeah, we're going to see how the The Peregrine does. I'm going to kick this off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bust it. All right. So I got boost fully charged, and we do a little bit of a modified way that we do this track. It's not too crazy, but we don't mind going over the center column. Overall, this feels really good right now. I totally missed that guy. Sometimes it's hard to do this in third person. Okay, close enough. All right, we're gonna come around. And okay, now we're gonna go through zig and zag. I definitely lost some time there. Let's see if I can line up this zig and zag really well. No. This is my fault, not the ship's fault, just to let everybody know. I am on mouse and keyboard right here. Normally when I run this, I am on my sticks, so. Okay, now it's time to go do a loop around the station and not hit anything. Do a full loop. Which that was. Now we gotta come down here. I think this is, I probably messed this up. Okay, we're gonna come through here. Now we're gonna go through the skinny part of this guy. Woo. Okay. And come on, boost really helps you aim your ship. No. Nope. I gotta do that over. Although I'm not gonna do this race over because I could die. It's easier to do this in first person, I think. And coming through, cross the line, and I blew up. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I moved my head to look at the time right as we did this. So, second explosion. Okay, I think it's enough playing with the Peregrine, and it's time to do some loadout and ship comparison stuff. So, stand by. All right, everybody. So here we are at the DPS calculator, Urkel.games, and the packs just dropped today, not too long ago. So everything is still PTU stats, if you will. Let's check out the Sabre Peregrine. Okay, you notice first thing, there's no weapons, no turrets, no modules, no missile wrecks, no mining lasers, no EMPs, and no QEDs. There's no weapons on this ship. It is purely racing, purely competition. It's a size 2 ship, crew size of 1, and these stats may not be perfectly accurate, or they may be. SCM speed of 267. I think we found that. 654 for the boost. A backwards boost, 278, which is pretty good. Max nav speed 1448. I think we found that in the video. Pitch yaw and roll 61 degrees, 51, 187. So not as high as some ships for sure. Boosted. Who cares? It's not a combat ship, so I mean it matters, but it doesn't matter that much to me. It only has 23,000 hit points, so it cannot take a beating at all. We went over the inventory. It's roughly the same dimensions as a Firebird or a Sabre Raven. It's got pretty low mass, 86,593 kilograms. That's quite a bit of hydrogen fuel in it, 120,000 liters. So it can fly around for quite a bit without having to need refuel. But the quantum fuel capacity is pretty standard for this size of ship at 583 liters. The bonuses and stuff it has negative 41% physical damage, so not even 50% physical damage reduction. That's kind of stinky. 18% energy damage on the negative side, meaning it'll take more laser and more distortion damage. It'll be easier to blow this ship up with lasers and distortion, where it'll be a little bit harder with not much, but a little bit harder with ballistics. It also has a negative thing for its stealth, +5 to EMIR and cross section. So not really a stealthy ship, but it is what it is. It's made for racing. I mean, do you care about being stealthy? Well, apparently CIG does, because it gave it Shimmer Stealth Grade C shields. 1,500 hit points apiece. It doesn't matter about any of these shields. They're all the same hit points. So no need to change them in 3.24. The power plants, as we can see, the power is using 811 out of almost 6,000. No need to mess with the power plants. The coolers, we're using 32K out of 520K. No need to change the coolers. The quantum drive sucks. It's a drift stealth grade C. You can't get from Microtech to ArcCorp in one jump. So I would upgrade it with a civilian Voyage. It doesn't have enough quantum fuel for a rush. So a Voyage will be the fastest drive. The Atlas will be the fastest spooling and really close to being the fastest drive that can do a jump across Stanton. We already went over paints. I'm not going to get into the thrusters. So just adding that one item to the cart, it's 15,600 credits to get the quantum drive. So that is that. Let's switch over to SC Performance Viewer. Okay, so now we are in SC Ship's Performance Viewer, which I like this to compare this ship to other ships. So I'm just going to put in a racing filter overall, is to see how it kind of compares to things. So first thing we'll do is, well, obviously not weapon damage. It's going to be 0 like it is over here, but total shield HP. Peregrine's at the top of the list, along with the Mustang Gamma, Omega 350R, the M and the M50. The other smaller racing ships like the Razor, the Fury LX, and the Archimedes, these are down at 1,500, and then a lot of these like the Dragonfly, the Pulse LX, they don't have any shields. Going to the hull, as far as I think mass plays an important part when you talk about the Newtonian physics and the thrust. How fast can this ship accelerate? Right, that depends. If the ship weighs less in mass, it doesn't take as much force to accelerate the ship. Right, basic physics. This is, I mean, it's a little bit bigger of a ship, but it is second worst on mass. It weighs 75,593 kilograms. The only thing heavier is the 350R. So 350R takes a little bit more thrust. The Mustang Gamma and Omega, significantly less mass. They're really the same ship. The Omega is the AMD promotion. The Fury LX, significantly less mass, and same with like the M50 and the Archimedes, actual racing ships. If we go to, I don't care about dimensions necessarily. We don't care about stealth. Damage resistance, maybe. It looks like Peregrine is not even, there it is. Okay, so it's not great. It's not showing everything in here, but we look 41 for physical damage. It's towards the bottom of the list. The only thing worse on physical damage is the Mustang Gamma and Omega. Even the Fury LX is just 1 percentage point better in physical damage reduction. And then, of course, like things like the Dragonfly, the Razor, the 350, the M50, they're a little bit better in damage reduction. Going over to the health pool, like the hit points for the ship, because we don't really have an armor system yet. Looking at the Peregrine, we're looking at total health in this specific instance. It has the highest total health, 13,550. That's probably due to its size. I think it's a little bit bigger, just a bit, than some of these other ships. Coming in second, the Gamma and the Omega. Coming in with a pretty high total hit points is the Mirai Razor. So that's nice to see. As far as weakest vital part, meaning when you get hit with the ship and it's taking out a vital part, you can't fly with it no more, or it's, something bad's gonna happen. It has the highest of those hit points at 2,400. Second highest being the Mustang Gamma and Omega. Okay, now flight performance, right? We don't care about the spool delay. It's really all the same. Let's talk about speed, right? SCM speed is in the dark blue. Boost is in the red, and that's forward boost. And the light blue is nav speed. So let's take out boost forward. Let's take out nav speed. SCM speed. Can I rank these? Value. Okay. Okay, that didn't do what I wanted it to do. Okay, anyway. The Peregrine is not the fastest of these racing ships. The fastest is the Archimedes, and that makes sense. Really low mass, really big engine. Also faster is the Mirai Razor and the M50 Interceptor, as well as the Mirai Razor LX. So the Peregrine is the 4th fastest ship in the racing category for SCM speed. Pretty good, pretty respectable, I think. Now let's take SCM out of the equation and look at boost. Boost forward, meaning you're hitting afterburners. You can see the Peregrine's at the top of the list. So it has the highest forward boost speed, 654.4. And the coming in second is the Archimedes. And then tied for third place, the Razor, the M50, and the Razor LX. And a distant fifth is the 350R. Okay, taking out boost forward and putting in nav speed. How fast can this thing actually escape from something? Or if you race in nav speed, that may be important. The Peregrine is almost the fastest. It's right behind the Razor and the M50. So it comes in third for nav speed. It's interesting to look at. A fast ship. It really is a fast ship. Coming in fourth would be the 350R, and then fifth is the Razor LX. So pretty interesting. The Gamma and the Omega not as fast. Okay, and then let's look at, well, we can look at, we can boost, ramp up, ramp down. I really don't look at these stats. Here we go. Because I don't really know what the heck I'm looking at anyway. Seems like the Peregrine is on par with a lot of the other racing ships. There's not a huge disparity between that. Forward, backward G-forces. You want to know how fast this thing can brake. Braking's important, right? Well, the Peregrine has 0 because it doesn't have stats for it, but Urkel had stats for it. So look just a minute or two ago in the video and it'll give you the power backwards. Okay, now the turning radius of the ship. Let's take out yaw and roll. And look at the Peregrine. It's 60.5 in pitch, so down, right? Not rated that well. In the middle of the pack, right? But you can't really count the Dragonfly. So the Fury, the Omega, the Gamma, and the Pulse LX are all much better in pitch. The Peregrine is more on par with the Razor LX. The M50 is a little worse. The 350R is a little worse, and so is the Archimedes is the worst. Take out pitch, putting yaw side to side, right, left and right. The Peregrine, where is it? There it is, 50.8. So again, right in the middle of the pack, so to speak, but not. Well, actually, no. It's not good at all. Sorry. It's listed in the middle of the pack, but it's not in the middle of the pack. It is all the way towards the bottom. In fact, the only two ships that are worse than the Peregrine in yaw are the 350R and the Archimedes. And the Archimedes not by a lot. So not great on the yaw front for the Peregrine. And then let's check out roll. So the Peregrine is rated at 186.9, which is... Okay, this one is towards the lower end, but still kind of average, right? The best ships with rolling, the Mustang Gamma, the Omega, the Mirai Fury LX, and then the Razor LX, the M50, then the Archimedes, then the Peregrine, then the 350R, and then some of the other ships in there. So I would say pick yaw and roll somewhere in the middle, really. If you see the Peregrine's numbers over here on this line, not the most maneuverable. Okay, I have to sneeze. That's why I keep rubbing my nose. Okay, not a driver. Not worried about weapons. Average flight time for the Peregrine. Here's another stat: 46 minutes in the middle of the pack. So, you know, a better ship for that would be the Mirai Fury LX as a like a racer, but the Peregrine does really good compared to like 350 and the M50, but who cares? Let's be honest. Fuel scoop. Let's see the fuel scoop. I haven't seen this yet for the Peregrine. If it even has stats up here, it is at a 1.95. So towards the bottom here as far as the fuel usage goes, and it doesn't have stats on the fuel scoop. We know the hydrogen tank is pretty good. If we go to liters, yes, it's second best, just behind the 350R. 350R, I think, has more space. And then if we go to the quantum tank, it is, for the quantum capable racers, it's the same across the board. There's definitely no cargo, and I don't know, claim time. I don't even know if it has claim times on here. We already looked at the claim times, so we have accurate claim times. So here's my take on the Peregrine. Let me go to a better screen here. Okay, so here's my take on the Peregrine. Really, it's a cool ship. It's a cool racing ship. It's an LTI right now, but it's $170. I don't think it's worth $170. How much is an M50 worth? What's the purchase price of an M50? Curious to see, because I really like the Origin M50, so much so that I have one, and it has weapons and stuff, but it's also really fast. Does it give me an actual? Oh no, I actually have to look it up. Let's look it up real quick. Won't take that long, will it? Speed of the internet. Okay, so the pledge price of an M50 says $100. That's probably going to go up at IE this year. The new ship, the Peregrine, is $170. Is it worth an extra $70? I don't think so. Let's look at the 350R. Let me bring this up and just in comparison. 350R goes for $125. It's cheaper. Let's look at the Mustang Gamma. Mustang Gamma, why it brought up the Herald, I'm not sure. $55 it says. I thought it was more than that. And I might have to pick one of those up. I don't think this ship's worth $170. Unless you're trying to get an LTI token. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I may trade it in for a Terrapin for Ship Showdown just to get the paint. Probably not. Interesting to see what it would be in game, considering the price in real life. So let me know what you think about the Peregrine. Do you have a Peregrine? Did you buy one? Do you think the cost is worth it? How do you think it flies? Do you like it more than like an M50, than a Mustang Gamma, Mustang Omega if you have one? I'm looking for a Mustang Omega, so if anybody has one they want to sell. Other racing ships of that line, Fury LX, what do you think? How does it compare to that stuff? Have you used it in races in Star Citizen, the actual races? What are your times? I need to fly it a little more, get a little more used to how it handles. I don't hate it, but I hate it for the price. So it's kind of the same thing as the Scorpius Antares. I didn't hate the Antares. I hated the concept of the Antares. The co-pilot has one thing to do, and that's EMP. And I think that was a cash grab. But Peregrine, I don't know. Why did that have to be Aegis? Why did it have to be in the Sabre lineup? I don't know. Maybe I need to get more in tune with the lore. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you for watching Fisting Java Save the Universe. Remember, we stream every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time with the B Team. And then JawaSparky streams every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Time with the relaxing stream Java with Jawa. Head down to our Discord. We have a cool new Discord bot with Chris Roberts as a Discord bot, and he'll talk to you if you tag him. He will welcome you to the channel. We also have a Chris Roberts Unhinged with his own little chat room. So if you want to see the very mean Chris Roberts, you can talk to him as well. He might curse at you though. So parental warning on that one. Yeah, hang out in the Discord with us. Ask questions. We do the reshape video is going to be coming out here within the next few days for 3.24. And I'm excited to get into some cargo missions and get the freight elevators going and stuff like that. I guess we'll see how this goes, but until next time, thanks for watching. And remember, if the fist don't get you, the lightning bolt will. Good night, Stan.